Boom, boom. We're live. Good morning, everybody. It's bright and early here. I have an early morning delivery. Obviously, I'm here right now, getting unloaded. Uh, Absolute, like, kind of a nightmare load. Um, it ended up being very short distance. I'm back in Minnesota, which is nice. However, it took like 7.5 hours to get loaded. Um, to the point where, like, sorry, I'm gonna be moving around because I'm getting unloaded. Um, I'm a pretty like patient guy. You know what I mean? I think being a father of two daughters allows me to be patient, especially teenage girls. Um, but this load, it was an easy load. It's a load from Wisconsin to back to Minnesota, back to my hometown almost. And it was supposed to pick up yesterday at 9 in the morning and deliver this morning at 6 o'clock. Well, it took like 7.5 hours to get loaded, and I'm getting unloaded right now. That's why cameras moving and stuff like that. But it ruined my whole day. You know what I mean? Like, I had stuff planned. I wanted to go to my daughter's soccer game last night, and that was at like 5 o'clock at night. And I thought, hey, great. I'm going to get loaded super early in the morning and I can get to Minnesota and I can go to my daughter's soccer game. I didn't get to Minnesota until like 8:45 last night. Um, and that's trucking, but I was this close to telling them to unload my trailer. I picked up a bunch of ice cream, and anybody that hauls ice cream knows you can't have big fluctuation in temperature, right? Well, the place that was loading me kept leaving my doors open. So, like, they would load me and then not load me for like an hour. And my box temperature kept climbing. Like, at one point, I was plus 15. Now, you have to be at minus 20 for them to even start loading you. So, you're talking about like a 30-degree temperature swing. So I quick got on the phone with the broker, kept going into the shipping and receiving office to the point where the shipping and receiving office wouldn't talk to me anymore. Now, anybody that knows me, like I said earlier, I'm a very calm individual. I'm very professional. I'm very courteous. And they just got tired of seeing my face. And I think what ended up like kind of breaking the camel's back, the straw that broke the camel's back, was I went in there and just said, listen, you can't operate this way. You know what I mean? Like, you're a shipper. I showed up an hour before my appointment and you're picking my load and loading me. It's ice cream. Like, you can't operate that way. And they got mad at me, evidently telling them how to do their business. But it's the right thing. I mean, to bring efficiency up, you should pick loads before the truck is there, especially ice cream. Like, because you can't sit there with your doors open, or put me in a door that's like in a freezer. So if my doors are open, the temperature coming into the trailer and the temperature exiting the trailer are pretty similar. You shouldn't have a 30 some degree swing in your trailer. You just shouldn't. Um, but the broker that I use for this load is taking care of me. They're gonna pay me. Like I said, I think I sat at that shipper for 8 hours. They're gonna pay me layover pay plus detention. Um, they basically begged me not to have them unload my trailer. And the broker's like, I understand if you do. Like, I'm sorry this happened, but they really need this load back in Minnesota. So I kind of said, well, you got to make it worth my while. You know what I mean? Like, I've wasted an entire day. This is not how I operate. So I'll say hi to a couple people this morning. Scroll down here. Justin's in the house. Good morning, Justin. How you doing, man? Um, I checked out that Classic the other day, by the way. Really like that truck. Don's in the house. Sterling's in the house. Good morning, Sterling. Seven Seas Transport. How's it going, man? How are you? Nomadic Brick. Getting loaded in Philly. 5,000 gallons of fuel additive. Holy cow. Well, be careful out there, Britt. Cattle Holland's in the house. Good morning. How you doing, Cattle Holland? You're probably getting busy this time of year, aren't you? With the holidays coming up. Sterling says they say minus 20 for some leeway on loading. It don't melt till 33 degrees. So yeah, it doesn't melt, but here's the thing, Sterling. Ice cream melts in layers, and I've had this happen to me before where like the top layer will get soft, and if you're delivering it and they see that, they'll reject the whole load. I've had it happen to me. I used to haul before I became an owner operator. The job I had is I was essentially like a dairy, almost like a milkman. I delivered all kinds of dairy products, and one of them was ice cream. And we had stops that, like in the summertime, if you opened your doors too early and that top layer, because ice cream melts from the top down, if that top layer like was soft and they could see it running down the side, they'd reject the whole load. I just don't want that to happen. So I understand there's leeway for temperature swing, but once again, if they won't load you until you're minus 20, they should have a way to keep your trailer within that temperature swing. And when I say temperature swing, I'm talking like 5 degrees. No way should it jump 30-degree temperature swing. Like, that's dangerous. I mean, that's dangerous with any type of product, especially for a length of time. If it's 5-10 minutes, you're okay. When you're talking 6-7 hours, that's a problem. In my eyes, you know what I mean? It's cute when you talk like you know something, dude. I know more than you think, Sterling. I've been in this game 23 years, bro. I've done a lot in this game. Doesn't mean I know everything. Absolutely not. But I do know, when I used to be in charge of warehousing and drivers, I rejected loads for certain things. You know what I mean? So like I have an idea of what some places look for. The other thing is, like, I have to worry about my carrier, because I could sit here and not give a crap because it all falls on the carrier. I mean, that's the reality. It falls on DIY. Well, if I have a claim or there's a claim against a load that I'm hauling and I didn't do certain things, I'll probably lose my job. You know what I mean? Shop Fees in the house. I want to be like Fate when I grow up. No, you don't, Shop Fees. That's a great name too. I wonder who that is. Is that DIY? Does anybody know a Shop Fees DIY? Sterling, just kidding. Okay. You know, Sterling, sometimes I don't know if you're joking with me, man. And I mean, I don't really know you and you don't know me, but your humor is a humor that I like. And I like during your lives, you'll call everybody kids and stuff like that. Your humor is actually really funny. I've been so paranoid, I take pictures of temps every hour. So that's what I started doing. And the broker gave me a temperature log sheet that I needed to fill out temperatures like throughout this whole load. So I was doing it every hour and taking pictures and emailing the broker, because the broker had to call the customer and kind of inform them what was going on. Shop Fees. I'm definitely not Adam. Well, then you're probably Cash. Shop Fees. That's a great name. It says that you're a channel, so I'm gonna have to go check that out. Justin says, did you buy your trailer from DIY? What year unit is on it? Yes. So I ended up buying my trailer from DIY after looking at like 5 other trailers. I figured this trailer that he was willing to sell me was a trailer I was very familiar with. It was his newest trailer. It's a 2017. It was the newest trailer at the time that he purchased for the fleet, and he gave it to me right after he purchased it. So I was the only one that like hauled loads in it. Um, it's got a Carrier 7300 unit on it, which isn't the biggest unit, but it does its job. I mean, I have no problem hauling ice cream on with this. Not that I like to haul ice cream, but one of the lanes that I run is ice cream. And it's a lane that gets me out of where I live and back to where I live. So, hey, bud, sorry, too ugly for camera. No, you talking about me or you? Um, when I go check out your channel. I will say some of these YouTube names are great, like that Rest Stop Raccoon. That's got to be one of the top YouTube names. But yeah, I'm getting unloaded, which is nice. I'm gonna be able to go home for a night. I was supposed to go home last night. I ended up staying in the truck, um, which sucked just because it was so late and I had to get up so early in the morning to get here. I didn't want to wake the house up. So my wife came down to the truck stop and brought me some food, hung out with me for a while, and then went home, and I stayed in the trucks, or stayed in the trucks, stayed in the truck so I could get here right away in the morning. And hopefully I get unloaded so I can go home, and I'm going to go home, take a nap, and then I can have the whole day to kind of hang out with the family and do something. Because I don't pick up again until tomorrow at, I think I pick up at noon. I think I pick up at noon tomorrow, and I'm only like a half an hour away. Um, DUI semi America trailer truck it. It's too early for this crap. Go to bed. Yeah, everybody should be in bed. I was bored. I have to go home. So you all know I'm not like very mechanical savvy. It was something I never really learned how to do. The things that I've learned how to do, like changing brakes, oil changes, and stuff like that on regular vehicles, I'm all self-taught. And it's the same with the truck. Well, I just had all new batteries and everything put in. And my wife, we have a couple of extra like like TVs at the house. Ones we don't use anymore. And she brought one down to the truck stop last night, a smart TV that we don't use, and we were going to watch a movie. Well, my inverter's not working. So I took the battery box off, kind of looked around, and I think they hooked my inverter up wrong. So I'm going to have to go and try and figure that out. And it should be as easy as positive to positive, negative to negative, right? Like, it should be that simple, right? Maybe check a fuse or two. Um, Sterling, let me know. See, I don't know everything, Sterling. Let me know if I'm right. But that's what makes sense to me. To get it to work off my batteries, positive to positive, negative to negative. Check the fuses. But yeah, for some reason, they hooked everything back up, but my inverter's not working. Shop fees. How much were the shop fees on the bill from the dealership? I'll tell you right now, man. Expensive. I don't really know the number. Let's look. Yeah, shop fees are absolutely ridiculous. See down here. So surprisingly, they didn't charge me anything for shop fees. Shop supply. Oh, never mind. Shop supplies, $75. That's actually not bad for all the work that I had done. I'm sure they went through a bunch of brake clean and everything when they were doing the. You know what? I bet that stuff got charged to the other dealership. But yeah, $75 in shop fees. Um, the dealership that I brought my truck to has a very solid like working and business relationship with the carrier I'm leased onto. So maybe that played a role. I know some of my parts were really discounted. Um, the thing that kills me about dealerships, and I'm hoping I got somebody working on something for me. Um, Another trucker that I know that lives in Minnesota knows about a shop that he thinks takes like outside trucks. So he's gonna check into that for me. But the problem I hate that I have with dealerships is just how expensive their labor is. And I get like I think certain things are fair. You know what I mean? Like mechanics, technicians, like you probably went to school, you deserve to make money. Like I'm not saying they don't deserve to make money. I mean, Sterling knows about that. Um, 75 bucks is a lot of Jolly Ranchers and tampons. For all the work I did, Sterling, I mean, my bill was, I think, like almost $4,400. So out of $4,400, only $75 in shop fees. I don't think that's bad. Because I had a bill. The job that actually destroyed my spindle cost me $820, and I think there was like $190 of shop fees, or like $150 of shop fees on that bill. Um, but dealership prices are just getting like their hourly rate is just getting extreme. Um, I can't find a shop. I don't have luck. I cannot find a shop that can do the work the right way the first time, be fair in their pricing, and like get your stuff done in a timely manner. Every shop that I have brought my truck to since I've been an owner operator has ruined something, like destroyed something on my truck, whether it's an air compressor, a flywheel housing. I mean, you name it, they've broken it. So I would like to find a shop that, you know, I would like to find an independent shop that has a couple of guys, where the work might take a day or two longer, but it's done properly. I used to work for a guy that we used a very small independent shop. I think they had two mechanics and one technician, and a day job would be like a day and a half or 2 days at this small shop, but stuff was always done correctly. Um, Sorry, I'm watching a guy back in next to me. Okay, he's taking the other door. There's there's a big mega carrier. If you ever deliver to grocery warehouses, he's parked right straight facing all the empty trailers. So like guys can't back into the dock. So they're trying to go around them and blindside in, and it's all because he decided to park in the way of everybody. If you have the overdrive brand inverter, it does not like low voltage. I prefer the pure. So I don't even know what my inverter is. I bought it or I bought it at, where did I buy it? I don't remember where I bought it. I think I bought it at Menards. They had them on sale after Christmas a couple of years ago. And I bought I think it's 2500 watt inverter. And it's been great, except now it doesn't work. Got to get your Volvo truck with a Mac emblem to Chicago. Them Russian mechanics love Volvos. Yeah. You know, I've been thinking about getting another truck. I don't think that's a secret. And I've been thinking about getting another truck for multiple reasons. Um, I want to grow a little bit. Um, I have found a little bit of consistency. Um, in what I'm doing that I think I could handle. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. And I do like Volvo trucks. The thing is, I've spent a lot on this truck this year that I think I'm going to keep it. So even if I get another truck, the only reason I get another truck right now is to put somebody else in it because I've spent too much on this truck to like walk away from it. And now that I did a bunch of like things that I've kind of been procrastinating on, I can't believe how it's almost like driving a new truck. That sounds stupid, I know, but it's the truth. The only reason I like Volvo is I like the room. I like the space. That is one downside with this Mack truck is, I mean, you can stand up in the sleeper. You have plenty of room like that. It's just, it feels compact. And I would like something a little bit bigger. Shannon Thomas Trucking's in the house. Good morning, Shannon. Sterling says, make friends with a mobile mechanic. They'll let you park at his house. It saves me. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know any mechanics. That's the problem. Like, I don't know. All the mechanics I know are based off of like the 5 companies I've worked for and use their mechanics. Now, the one shop that I would like to use, that small independent one I was talking about, they got bought out by, if you're from Minnesota, you've heard of the name Blame Brothers, and they don't have a very good reputation. So this small independent shop that I used to know about got bought out by Blame Brothers. So I don't want to use them. The other shop that I've tried that I thought it was an independent shop, but it's a big independent shop. They're the ones that like destroyed all my transmission stuff. So I don't know. Cattle hauling. Did you get the $800 back also from the original repair of the wheel seal? No, I did not. And I asked for it. And they didn't, they said no. However, I could probably contact them because they're actually very concerned with a review that they're worried about me leaving because I got 2 emails from them about leaving reviews for their company based on the service I received and then based on how this problem was handled. And I think they're worried about it because I have talked to them twice after the bill's been paid. They paid the dealership that fixed everything straight out, like right away. I think I'm gonna eventually have to end this because I think I pay a lumper here if I remember right, where I'm currently at. Um, so yeah, I should try and get that back. And that's the thing, man. I have spent, well, cattle hauling, you know, man. You met me in Virginia. I spent, I think that bill was like $11,000 when it really only needed one thing. It needed a 7th injector. Like it needed the dozer injector. That's the only thing that I needed done in Abington, Virginia. And they they charged me $11,000 for that, fixing everything else other than that. And cattle hauling, if you remember this, you dropped me off at the dealership. I walked up to the truck, started the truck, and it was still in D rate. I couldn't leave the dealership. So the exact problem that my truck had showed up when it showed up to that dealership wasn't fixed after like 3 weeks. And after 10 days of them calling me, telling me the truck was ready, I stayed in the hotel. I mean, you came to visit me. Um, let's see here. Shop fees. Post the shoe in the shop. I'll review them right now for you. No, I don't want to. I don't want to say the name of it. I just don't feel comfortable saying the name of it, although I probably should. Um, if I'll say this, if you live in Minnesota and you own a Mack or a Volvo, there's one big company in Minnesota that sells those. Um, They're in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Don't go to them. Like, stay away from them. I've had 2 bad experiences with that shop. Don't use them. So if somebody wants to Google Mac dealerships in Minnesota, uh, you'll know the name of the dealership. Yeah, I know I shouldn't have paid for that. Hitting the road, everyone. Get out of my way. Okay, Sterling's hitting the road. Sterling, do well, you can't do a light, what do you call that? Red light rant or whatever. Well, depending on where you are, maybe it's still dark. If you're on the West Coast, it's dark still there, isn't it? Because West Coast, isn't that like 2 hours different than Central Time? So it'd only be like, what, 4 o'clock? No, be 5 o'clock, right? Nah, I don't know. When will you be getting your wheel covers and air tabs in? I'm curious what kind of mileage you will gain. Oh, how did you do? Oh, I talked about them. So they're in. I got a phone call yesterday. I had everything shipped to DIY's house, and everything's there now. So probably in a week or two, I'll put the air tabs and wheel covers on. I know another contractor did that, and he saw. I mean, he's getting well above a mile a gallon better than me right now. Um, which, like, that's the other little thing about Mack trucks. Um, you can consistently get 7 miles a gallon in a Mack truck. Um, if you're driving it 65, 66 miles an hour, you'll get 7 miles a gallon. If you slow it down, you can get 7.5. But that's about it. And where they become real dogs is like in the mountains. Like these Mack trucks have tons of torque. You're gonna keep up with your 389s, your W900s that have 550, 600 horsepower. I only have 450 horsepower, but I have just as much torque as they do. But the downside with that is, yes, you're climbing the hills at a good rate, passing everybody, but you're burning through your fuel. So I've learned how to watch my boost gauge and just, climb the hills a little slower. Yeah, I'm interested to see what the difference is once I add those. All the reading I've done told me my return on investment is like 3 months. So if I can save, I mean, you're looking at, how much did I spend? We'll call it $600. It's more like 550. In 3 months, like that's pretty good. That's quick to get your money back. Yeah, be safe out there, Sterling. That's what Shannon says. But yeah, I'm hoping to get home and actually just spend the night at home tonight. You know, even though I haven't worked a lot, like being away from home when you're not working, I have a huge problem with that. An absolutely huge problem. I don't take resets out on the road. Um, I think in almost 2 years, I've done 1 or 2 resets out on the road. I'll run recaps all the time. Um, Adelphi, the leaky wooden yacht. Hey there, how you doing? Um, for all you that don't know, that's insult. Um, he's gonna be he's gonna be the guy you need to call when you want to get your Nike shoes straight from the manufacturer back here to the States. He's gonna be that guy. um, but I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I don't take resets out on the road, because that's time that I could be with my family. So I run a lot of recap hours. So yeah, being away from home in a hotel or even hanging out with, I don't think you'd mind me saying this, like I'll chill at Adam's house. I'll chill at DIY's house. I'll go out to dinner with him, even hanging out with somebody that's my friend, and including like my employer. Um, it's still not at my house with my wife, or like I said, missing a soccer game. You know, trucking doesn't care about your plans. Like it just doesn't. Um, don't fall into this trap of thinking that your plans are more important than trucking, because something in trucking is going to hold you up from your plans, and especially if you're an owner operator, especially in the market right now. Like, your plans should just wait, you know, and it sucks to say that, but it's the truth. Your plan should wait. Um, which is funny because I have an ice fishing trip, or ice fishing. I have a fishing trip coming up here in the end of October, um, that I don't want to cancel, but all I'm thinking about is canceling it. But you know what? I'm afraid if I cancel it, I don't want this right now. I want. My wife brought me a. There it is. My wife brought me a Coke. I haven't had a Coke in a while. I like Coke. Cocaine. But I'm afraid if I cancel this fishing trip, my buddy's just going to quit calling me altogether, because he doesn't call me a lot anyways, because every time he calls me and asks me to do something with him, I'm never at home, or I am at home and I say, no, I want to hang out with my family. Um, so I'm afraid if I cancel this trip, like, he won't invite me on more. And it became kind of a staple of things I did recreationally. Being a father of two daughters, my life for a long time was wrapped up in my kids, which is a good thing. You're a parent. I'm a father. It should be about my kids. But it was always going to sporting events. It was going out of town for soccer, going out of town for softball. That I didn't do a lot for myself. And then I started getting back into things that I really enjoyed. Um, Going up to, the cabin, or going camping, going fishing, going ice fishing. That I started doing a lot of things with a good group of people. And ever since I became an owner operator, that's kind of diminished. And sometimes I need to remember that my friends, my family are important to me. Um, because I can get wrapped up, especially in what I'm trying to do. I can get wrapped up in not doing the things that bring me enjoyment, you know. Um, anyways, hey Britt, yeah, and then I bet you meant something else there. Um, Insult, I guarantee you. Been waiting to say that. Okay, shop fees. What kind of wheel covers are you getting? I had a shiny ones and them someone took them off my truck at the yard. You're kidding me. I did not get the shiny ones. Mine are, what are they called? Twist and Lock. They're just black. I forget the company that makes them. Um, I got them. So when I thought about getting these, they were like $350. They're up to like 450 now, almost $500. I was able to find a set of them, which I'll say, Big Rig Chrome Shop it's in Wisconsin. I'm trying to remember the city. Um, Oshkosh, I think. I think it's in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. They still have them for $350. So if you're thinking about getting wheel covers, go through them because they're cheaper than anywhere else online. Um, yeah, Leaky Wooden Yacht. I remember the other night you were messing with them. Oh shoot, Snore Lords live. Bummer. There goes the 16 people. I'm sure we all watch Snore Lord. I know I do. But yeah. Oh, I'm pretty happy with how the truck's running. The trailer, my goodness. I got a lot of work done to the reefer unit. Um, and it runs so quiet now. It's so nice. Although my wife was in here last night and it was hot. Like, so I turned the APU on, the reefer was running, I had my little fan blowing because I like a fan, and she looks at me and she's like, "You're gonna be deaf." She's like, "It is so loud in here." I'm like, "Doesn't sound loud to me." Like, I'm used to it. I'm used to, like, when the APU kicks on, it makes a little sound, vibrates for a second, and then goes away. But she's like, "Man, it's so loud in here." Um, yeah, so I doubt I'm ever gonna be able to get her on the road with me, which sucks, but whatever. I'm tired. I'm tired. Beautiful day here in Minnesota, though. Really nice out. Weather is starting to turn, though. Pretty soon we'll have ice on the lakes. I can go ice fishing. I can go winter camping. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Killian's in the house. Good morning, Killian's. How are you doing, man? You at home? Talked to you for a bit yesterday. Yeah, I think you were on your way home. Probably smoking something, having a good meal. You know, for all you that don't know, Killian's has found the sweet spot. That guy's found the sweet spot. I tell him that all the time. He's very fortunate in what he does. Um, so yeah. But oh, has anybody got anything? Kind of bored now. But like I said, I vlogged this trip, so you'll see how quickly this load went downhill. Good load though. For a lane that has been being cut and cut dramatically, the rate I got on this, if it would have been like a smooth loading process, was a very great rate. Um, I see why though. A lot of people would probably fall off this load. Um, you can't you these shippers and receivers cannot hold us for 7 8 hours. Like, you just can't do that. It's not efficient business. And when I walked in there, she told me, after sitting in the dock for like 2 hours, I walked in there and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" And she's like, "Well, we're 4 hours behind schedule." You're 4 hours behind schedule. You need to notify somebody. Like, and that this is a place that has signs all over that if you're an hour late, it's a $500 fine or a $300 fine plus a rescheduling fee. You know, if you're 4 hours behind in loading people, you need to reach out to the brokers. You need to reach out to your customers so they can let us know. You know what I mean? Um, so Adelphi Leaky Wooden Yacht says, turns out we did some shark conservation and now they're infesting everywhere. Oh, really? Big sharks or like little sharks? That's kind of scary though. You know, there's a radio program I listen to that the guy says if dinosaurs were roaming the earth, we wouldn't be outside playing baseball. You know, dinosaurs live in the ocean, people. Like, and I love the ocean, but yeah, dinosaurs and sharks and stuff like that. Yeah, all of them. Okay. Still got the red light at Meyer. Oh no, you're still there, man. I hope your process. Oh, okay. I got a buddy that's willing to help me with the inverter because I'm an idiot. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry you're still sitting there, Killians. I mean, I kind of told you that's not a bad place to deliver. So I'm sorry about that, man. I've had good experiences there, so I should have ponied up and bought a new seat. I need a new seat. My seat's getting destroyed. I'm too cheap. Oh, anyways, I should probably let you all go and enjoy your day. I'm bored. I don't have anything else. I'm kind of tired. Um, oh wow, I thought that was Cassius King for a minute. I know where I am. Cassius King comes to. I thought that was him. Um, I'm out, brother. I have 2 new cameras to mount on my truck today and a bunch of other stuff to do. Have a great day and drive safe out there. Yeah, Justin, thanks for stopping by, man. Um, email DIY if you wanna bullshit. Email DIY and ask them for my email or phone number. Killian said, well, appointment wasn't until 5 a.m. Just called in and they said it's 62% offloaded. LOL, 4 pallets. 62% and there's only 4 pallets? That doesn't make sense. I didn't see Justin's comment until I turned on live chat. Oh, did I? Did one of Justin's comments? I might have skipped over one. Yeah, I must have skipped. I must have missed anything. Justin will do. Thanks. Yeah, no problem, man. Take it easy. Drive safe out there. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, people. I ain't got nothing else this morning. I ain't got nothing else. Anybody got anything? 10 people in here right now. Somebody say something. We'll talk about it real quick. Otherwise, I'll let you all go and you can have a good day and hopefully we can all make some money and drive safe and, the whole nine. I really just want to get home, lay in my bed, pet my dog. I know the minute I get home though, like pretty soon the whole house is like, well, my only daughter that's left at the house is probably up getting ready for school right now. The stepson is getting ready for school. So I know when I get home, like everybody's going to be up, which then I don't feel right going to sleep. Like I don't suck. Insult, you jackass. Still where you was yesterday? No, Killians. I'm in Minnesota. I finally got loaded. Yeah, I finally got loaded. Hey, I don't know. Cash isn't in here, but has anybody checked out cashesking.com? I did. Yeah, it's actually a real thing. Like, I didn't believe him. So here's the thing. Since he's not in here, neither is DIY. I can say this, even though they might watch the replay or whatever. Probably not. They won't watch it. We all know they mess with me like uncontrollably, right? I am like their punching bag, which is fine. I would rather be their punching bag than have them not like communicate with me. But I just lost what I was gonna say. It was kind of funny too. What were we talking? Oh, casheskings.com. Like I thought he was joking. And I thought he was joking, like this is such a narcissist thing to think. But please understand the reason like I feel this way is I always think they're messing with me because the minute I let my guard down, they like pounce on that. You know what I mean? So like I thought he was trying to get me to look something up or something like that, but he's got a real page, casheskingtrucking.com. It's actually a pretty cool page. I went and checked it out yesterday, or the other day. So you guys should go check it out. Not much on there yet, but I know he's going to add stuff to it, but maybe just get traction to that web page. Pretty cool. I think Cash is King has got a lot to teach people. So do DIY. And what I mean by that is if people, and I don't mean to push buttons, okay? Because at a lot of times we don't like to hear advice because we think what we're doing is right? You know what I mean? People don't like to hear advice or like constructive criticism. That's a tough thing for people to handle. I feel fortunate because of the sport I played. I played hockey. I was semi decent at it. There was a lot of constructive criticism in hockey, especially if you were watching tape. Like you're watching it with everybody, so everybody sees you screw up. You know what I mean? They either see you do something wrong or do something right. So I learned how to take like constructive criticism and how to take uh, suggestions the right way. And I'll tell you what, Cash and DIY have a lot of knowledge that if people would really just listen to them, I think we'd all be better. Like, I really do. I don't think we would struggle and complain about the things that we do. Um, because you would understand the situation you're in is like for the better good of your business or the carrier you're leased onto, or even if you're like a one guy in your own authority, you're doing these things to better yourself. um I remember when I started this and first started talking to DIY and Cash, I kind of had the attitude like, I felt like they were treating me like I was like a newbie, right? And I was not in driving, but I was a newbie in business. I was a newbie in being an owner operator. However, I followed a lot of what they said. I paid attention. I studied like what they were saying. I studied them, to be honest with you. And I look at where I am today, and I'm so glad that I paid attention. Like, and that doesn't mean everything's always kosher or good, but it means that my struggles and woes are nowhere near as bad as like what I see on YouTube from some people. You know what I mean? And I feel like when I talk about good things that I'm experiencing in trucking right now, I feel like people think I'm being like a pompous asshole, and I'm really not. Like, I'm not gonna fabricate something that I'm not experiencing. Doesn't mean I don't experience hardships, fuel, breakdowns, lower paying loads. But you know what? Like, those lower paying loads aren't affecting me the way they might affect somebody else because I structured things based on what two guys who are successful in this industry built their business on. So, you know, if a load's paying 250 a mile and I can profit $1 a mile on that, rates aren't like killing me. You know what I mean? And I feel like when I say that, people think I'm like a pompous prick, or I'm better than them, and I'm really not. I just followed like good tutelage. Um, so I find it kind of ironic that we can find all these things to complain about and be upset about, but then when we get some good criticism or some good suggestions, we're not willing to take them. Well, then who do we have to blame? Like, we only have ourselves to blame. I'm a big, big believer in accountability. And that's because for a short period of my life, I lived without accountability. It was always somebody else's fault. And it took me a while to understand that's not life. Like, yes, things happen. And sometimes you're in the right and somebody else is in the wrong, but even in those situations, if you take accountability for your actions, your behavior, whatever it is, like, you feel better about the situation. Um, anyways, Steve says Cash and DIY are always messing with you, but not nasty. Like, oh, you only see what happens on camera, bro. they're they're not mean to me. If you're talking nasty that way, they're not mean to me, but you only see what's on camera or what they want you to see. You don't know like the bashing I take behind the scenes. Um, Pure sine wave on inverters is the way to go, as shop fees said. Okay. I'll have to check that out. My inverter has had no issues until somebody replaced my batteries. It's always something. Always something. I'm affected by who? Am I down with the sickness? Understand battery voltage, lead acid. You never pull below 50% charge. Oh, for those inverters. So my inverter, and maybe this is with all of them. Once again, like this is where I'm dumb. Okay. But even like my bodega, I have one of these bodega coolers that is a freezer and a refrigerator. And same with my inverter, I have alarms set on both of them that if the battery voltage drops below a certain point, it'll tell me, to turn the truck on. But I usually have my APU on for auxiliary mode, even when I'm not using my APU. That way, it just automatically charges my batteries. Or they'll throw an alarm, or they'll shut down. Like my inverter, if my battery power is too low, it will throw an alarm and won't let me operate something until the voltage is back up to be able to run whatever I'm trying to run. I don't know if all inverters do that. I know this one and my bodega cooler do it. Sometimes everyone is wrong besides you, Ella. Damn it, boy. I am wrong a lot. Do I come across like I'm not wrong? Like, be honest with me. Do I come across like I'm not wrong? I'm wrong a lot. I don't always make the right decisions and choices, you know. Absolutely not. I hope I don't come across like that. So 12.4 volts is recharge time. Okay, good to know. I'll tell you right now, I'm sitting at, well, I have nothing running. I don't have my truck shut, nothing's running. But Steve, that's why I got new batteries, was supposedly when my truck was in the shop, the charge kept dropping on my batteries. So the guy's just like, listen, plus they were 2018s. He's like, you should just get new batteries. So they had a sale on batteries plus like a discount. So the batteries were $100. Um, I thought that was a good price, so I bought them. Let me check something here real quick, people. Okay. I thought maybe I got a text from the lumper company here. I know I paid a lumper here before. See, you guys, like, I'm going to sound so dumb. This is where I don't know anything, right? I've ran lead acid for years and am right now. You can run them to 12.1, doesn't hurt them at all. I have no idea what that means, guys. Like, I have no idea what that means. Um, I don't know the battery makeup. I probably should, right? I probably should understand battery makeup. I don't. Tommy Unfiltered's in the house. What's going on, Tommy? If you're still here, hope everything's good with you, man. Did you ever get that Chevy running? Um, I watched your video on the new junk truck you bought. Steve says that will shorten the battery life. Okay. Assy McGee, knock, knock. You're not here, Assy McGee. Come on in. Says no, it won't. Battery is over 3 years old and holds full charge with no short. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't know enough about that. You two obviously know more about that than me. I do know draining batteries and not recharging them and certain points draining them down kills the life of the battery. Um, I remember like my dad pulling batteries out of cars and stuff when they sat for a long time instead of just leaving them connected. I don't know if that's like a real thing. I will also say this though, like if I park my truck, not in the wintertime. In the wintertime, if I park it, I just turn my APU on to auxiliary. That way, if the temperature drops below a certain degree, it warms everything up and keeps my batteries charged. But in the summertime, I just shut off my batteries, and I've never had a problem with like my truck not starting. Um, Wheel Burner Express is in the house. Good morning, sir. Um, or ma'am. I've seen you around, but I don't know. So yeah, I need to learn about these batteries. I just need to learn more. I know I just purchased before I bought this trailer, the battery went bad in it. Like it was burning up. And I stopped and bought a new battery, and it was pretty expensive. I wish I remembered like the things about it, but I stopped in the middle of the night and bought a battery and put it into the reefer. So I know the battery in the reefer is good because it's brand new. Um, it's a solar charge every day, and it's a truck battery like in your semi. Interesting. So I watch a lot of so there's this guy that's from Minnesota. His name's Maverick. He's got a YouTube channel. And he lives in his truck, basically. I mean, he's got a couple of houses. One of them's actually like right by where I grew up. Um, but he's got a bunch of batteries in his truck that he'll charge with. I forget the thing. He's got a some solar company, but he's also got an inverter that is solar powered where he can plug stuff in, and it drains it. And then I watch another YouTube channel called Kyle's Cabin, and it's a guy that lives north of Ely, Minnesota, which is up by the Canadian border, and he lives off grid. And both of his off grid cabins are powered by solar batteries. And it's pretty interesting watching like how much power his batteries actually store, to run the stuff he needs ran. Pretty damn interesting. And sometimes when I'm at truck stops, I'll see like it'll be outside in front of the truck or it'll be up in the windshield. I'll see like the solar panel of them charging something in their truck, which I think is pretty cool. Um, you can put one home panel on your truck roof and have free power all day when parked. Okay. The stupid question, like, do those panels get broken, like with snow and ice and hail and stuff like that? I don't know. Steve says mine are a 1200 watt solar 24 volt to charge inverter, also great system. I can run a 12.4 horsepower vacuum on my boat, 120 volt. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know much about that stuff. I think I should know more. And actually, the more I think about it, like I should know a lot more. Like that would help with batteries that I bring ice fishing with me to like run my fish finders and lights. Like I should have a little solar panel that I can put outside the fish house and charge my batteries. Um, that that's what I should do. They have flexible ones. Okay. You know what? I've seen those. I think Freightliner. Is it Freightliner or Peterbilt? One of them. One of them has them on like the roof of the truck. I've seen those before, but yeah. Anyways, enough about batteries. I don't know. I don't know anything about batteries. Um, Probably be something good to invest in, though. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're running everything all day. You know, might not be a bad idea. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. Man, it's gonna be a good day. Even though I'm tired, I want to go to bed, or I don't want to go to bed. You said talk about something, so we did. Yeah, I know. It's just something I know nothing about. So I'm learning from you two. I'm learning from you and Steve. Insult. I hope you don't mind me saying still insult. If you want me to use your new name, I will. I just insult something that let me in. Are you in Minnesota, Assy McGee? Are you in Minnesota? If you're in Minnesota, come on over. Um, I'll tell you what truck stop I'm at, and we'll go grab breakfast. I don't see your truck here, so you're not here. Um, but if you're in Minnesota, we can hang out. Nah, it's okay. Okay, good insult. Um, yeah, you guys talked about batteries. I see. That's the thing. Like, if it's not sports, if it's not like trucking, semi-trucking related, because I don't know. I know what I know from the experience I have, but that's about, I got a green light. I'm gonna end this live in case do you need a lumper? Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I haven't gotten my lumper. Maybe hold on. No, I haven't got a text yet to pay my lumper fee, and I know there's a lumper here. I've paid it before, which is weird because I got the green light. But you know what? This is a mixed load of ice cream. It's from Nestle. So like they probably unloaded everything and now have to go through every single pallet, which is just mind numbing. I would hate that job. I would hate to be a lumper. Nobody likes lumpers. I remember when I first started in this industry, I was 19 years old and I worked with a guy. I was a helper. I started out as a helper in the truck. And I worked with this guy that came from over the road. And he was telling me when you get to certain places, you can hire people. Like there's people outside of buildings. This is when drivers used to have to unload their trucks. He's like, you can hire people to unload your truck for you. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you give them like $20, $30, they'll unload your whole truck. And now you don't even get an option. Like you have to hire them, and it's not $20 or $30. I've had lumper fees of $500 before, which is ridiculous. I probably should turn my hat the other way, huh? You guys will make fun of me. You guys don't like the backwards hat. I've come to realize that. Um, oh man, I missed a bunch of comments. I'm sorry, guys. Steve says, my RV, I have no need to plug in to AC for power. Wow. You mean like plug in when you get somewhere, huh? That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm about to get a green light anytime now. Assy McGee, okay. I got a green light right now. Um, that'd be cool if you were in Minnesota, though. Uh, you have been a lumper, huh? It was terrible. Yeah, I don't think that'd be a fun job to have. I thought a lumper was someone who rode with you. Yeah. That's what I used to be. I used to be the truck B word. You know what I mean? Like I did most of the unloading. That was a construction job. You had to be certified to operate the cranes and everything like that. And when I was that age, I wasn't certified to operate any of that stuff. Um, Steve says, "What camera are you using?" Camera right now? I'm using my phone right now to do this. Why is it all bad? 12 volts. I cut the adapter and tan them. Tan? You probably mean direct. Okay. Ran. There you go. There you go. Well, yeah. why don't we end this? Let's go watch Snorlord or something. You guys don't need to be bored with me anymore today. Um, yeah. Hey, real quick, thank you for all the support, man. Lately, my channel's kind of growing small, or like, you know what I mean? It's growing every day. But like all you that are still in here right now, or have been in this live this morning, the support you guys show me, honestly, like means a lot to me. I never thought like the interactions, like the community would be built this way. So like, thank you. I honestly respect that, and I appreciate it. I appreciate how, even if we disagree, like everybody that joins these things, you're always respectful. I appreciate that, man. I will always do my best to be respectful to you, and I appreciate the respect you guys give me. Like, I'm just saying that. I don't take this is a great outlet for somebody that wants to be like a complete introvert, wants to shut down, wants to like just like be by themselves. YouTube is a great way to like get out of yourself. And the fact that we interact is amazing. And I think it's making me want to do better, like make better videos. Um, you know, I've never used my GoPro. I just talked to somebody yesterday about doing that. Like maybe I can make better videos if I use my GoPro. Um, oh, Sterling is searching for a camera for the laptop. So I got a great camera for my laptop. I forget the name of it. I have a great camera for my laptop. Um, and it wasn't that expensive. It was like $100. And it's great. And I believe, I mean, I can use it. It does have to be plugged into your computer. However, you can use it like a regular camera as long as you have enough like room to maneuver it. It's a great camera. It's very simple to use. It has a built-in microphone. It also comes with a little microphone. I've tried using that, and I don't like it. Like I feel like I'm talking down to the microphone. Um, Logitech, yes, that's exactly what it is, Steve. That's exactly what it is. I got it at Target, and maybe it was more than $100. They had two models, and I got the higher up model, so maybe it was like $125. It wasn't that expensive, but it's night and day from like a phone camera. At least my phone, I need to upgrade it. I've had this phone for like 2 years now, so I need to upgrade my phone camera, or my phone. That'll give me a better camera. But okay, I'll let Sterling know. But the camera, that Logitech camera, like the picture's super crisp. The focusing doesn't move. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when I move, my camera on my phone like will focus on weird things. The Logitech camera doesn't do that. It's a good camera. Um, HP Elite webcam is best. Can get it from eBay now. $20 was $80 new 12 megapixels. Okay. Um, I paid full retail price evidently for mine. But it's a good camera. I like it. I like it. And I've played around with my GoPro, and I like the video that the GoPro makes. It's just easier to always shoot everything with my phone. Like, and it's less, I feel like it's less invasive. Um, Meaning people don't see me like with my GoPro strapped to me now on my fishing trip, because I'm gonna do some stuff with this channel. It's gonna be trucking, but it's also gonna be like what I enjoy to do. So we might see four-wheeling, we might see me up at some land that you guys are wondering why I'm just at this blank land, and I'll explain to you why I'm at the land. Um, there's some things that I have not shared on YouTube yet that I'm thinking might be fun to like interact and actually get other people's opinions instead of just like trucking. You know what I mean? because I think that's important too. We should kind of have other ideas, especially if you're doing good as an owner operator and you have your own authority or you're leased on and you're a little bit business savvy, you might want to look into like other things that can maybe generate you some money. Well, darn, 30 minutes ago you said you were leaving. I came back and you're still alive. Yeah. Hunt that land. 7 Seas. Can we hunt that land? The answer is no. No, you can't. I might know some land you can hunt though. If I remember right, 7 Seas, you're like East Grand Forks area, right? You'd have to drive a while to like the Iron Range of Minnesota. But I do know some land you could probably hunt if you wanted to go there. And it's already got a little cabin on it. I'm pretty sure I know you could hunt that land. I'd have to make one quick phone call. But if you want to drive to, do you know where? Well, I'm sure you know where Grand Rapids, Minnesota is. There's a little town outside of Grand Rapids, Minnesota called Nashwauk. There's actually a lot of deer in that area. It's like old mining area. Oh, heck no, I'm in North Carolina. Who did I think lived in East Grand Forks? Fighting Sioux? I thought somebody lived in East Grand Forks. But no, the other land that I will show you is non-hunting because of certain things that I got going on with it. Assy McGee, I like where you're going with the channel. Well, thanks, man. I'm trying. I've gotten mixed reviews on things. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend that everything's great. Some people like to hear numbers. Some people think numbers are like bragging. Other people, I'll say this. If you have a trucking YouTube channel and you are experiencing any type of hardship, whether it's maintenance, no matter what it is, people love that. People love when things are tough for you or when it looks like you might fail. People love it. People don't like when you're successful. They don't like it. They think you're bragging. They think you're showing off. People don't like that. The reality is you should be able to show that because that's your life. You know what I mean? Like, no matter how you achieved it, you achieved success. Success is okay to show. And you know what? The way I view success, or the way I view when I see somebody, showing some success in their life, I think if I want to obtain that, I need to work hard. I need to do things to better my situation. So I look at it as almost like, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Motivation. I look at it at motivation. I got a really good buddy that spent a long time in the military, and he has made a very successful life for himself. And him and I grew up together, and we talk all the time about decisions that we make in life to hopefully better us. And I'll tell you what, he's instilled like a drive in me that strives to be better. Like, and not as a man or as a father or as a husband, just like to create something sustaining. And what I mean by that is something like maybe my grandkids won't have to go through or work as hard as and go through certain things in life like I had to go through. You know what I mean? I want to provide that type of monarch for my family. You know what I mean? And that sounds stupid, but it's the truth. Like, if you look at things in life right now, money doesn't breed happiness, right? Like, money can make you happy. It can give you things that you think will make you happy. But if you're not happy with like what you have right now and don't strive, like if you look at what you have right now and you're happy and satisfied, that's good, right? But if you have that desire to have, and I'm not talking merely monetary things, but if you have a goal or a strive to maybe leave something behind, like I do, if you talk to people that are already doing it, once again, it's like cash and DIY. You can pick their brain and become something you never thought you could become. You know what I mean? Um, it's called legacy, bro. Yeah, wheel burner. Yeah, legacy. But I look at it like, I know if I was to die tomorrow, like I know what my daughters think of me. I know what my wife thinks of me. I know what my close family and friends think of me. Like, but in the scope of what I want to provide to them, like that's my driving force in life. Like I want to leave, like you said, that legacy, or leave something that maybe one day my kids can go to this land and like build their dream houses. You know what I mean? Or something. Like I wanna do something for like the betterment of my name. You know, and when I say my name, not because my name's trash, but like I want my family, my generational family, to have something. You know, my goal is to see Daddy Cash do a shirtless live. You know what? Cash likes money, and I bet if we give him enough money, he would do it. I guarantee you he would, because Cash likes money. Um, I mean, God, he got it tattooed on his damn hand, for crying out loud. Shop fees, lol, funny name. Yeah, it is. I want to be in a position that if I die tomorrow, that my business would continue to provide for my family for several generations. I I would love to do the same, and I don't know if that's trucking or other things that I'm doing. I would love my family to, like, I don't know. I don't know. I got a little brother that's super successful in what he does. He's a business owner too. Um, very successful. And we're we're kind of we're kind of trying to create something like that, you know. Um, Steve, I bought raw land 25 years ago, paid for now. It's grown in value. It's for my kids later in life. Steve, that's wonderful, man. That's wonderful. My parents did the same thing for my brother and I. Um, I think they did it because I think they really hope that someday we're up by them, which, you know, my parents are getting older, and man, it hasn't slowed them down at all. Like they're still doing all kinds of stuff. But I would love to, like, you know, when time's right, I would love to be there for like the later years of my parents' lives. I would just love it. Dang, the only one not cool enough to have a wrench in here. Dude, I'll give you a wrench. I'm not on YouTube. I'm on StreamYard. I'll go back and watch this shop fees. Although I think shop fees, I think you're probably like DIY semi or Cash's king. You're one of them. Um, maybe not though. Maybe you're somebody else. Um, yeah. Insult. What did I miss from you? Shop fees. LOL. Funny name. There. Smiley face. I must have missed something. Start a pool. Yeah, Assy McGee. We should start a pool. Hey, next time Cash goes live, what everybody, I mean, how about we all donate $5? Should we all donate $5? Give Cash a Cash App, $5, and we'll get him to get it to take his shirt off. Should we get him to do it? He'll do it for money. I know he will. He might end it right away, but he'll do it for money. The guy likes money. Um, Seven C's, I agree with that too. But at some point, like, so like I got my oldest daughter's off at college now, right? And I got a text from her the other night that said, uh, I signed up to volunteer through the winter at Salvation Army to help the needy and help the homeless. And so my daughter's in school for psychology and social work, right? And she's like trying to help them find housing and stuff like that in the wintertime. Then she's like, I'll even give them more meals. And I thought her exact text at the end was, I feel like I've been given so much in life, I just want to give back. Now that's an 18-year-old. And I was like, my goodness, like I did something right. You know what I mean? But I also know the value of like leaving something of value, not just morally, but monetarily to family, because that happened to me. I had a very close relative die who, I mean, it was my grandparents who left stuff for my brother, stuff for me, stuff for my mom and dad. And I see the value in that because I see what that was able to do for me at the time and still does for me. I mean, we're talking years ago, probably 10, 12 years ago, and that what they left behind for me is still benefiting me today. You know, but they also came, you know, they grew up in the wars and Great Depression. They really understood the value of a dollar, and they knew how a dollar worked. And I feel pretty fortunate that at a young age, you know, my mom was in the banking world, so like, and the teaching world. So I learned at a young age, like, and I always haven't done this, but how money kind of works, you know, how debt can be like semi good and also bad at the same time. I mean, not many of us are paying our houses off in upfront money, you know what I mean? Some of us are. Um, so that in my mind is like okay debt to carry, a decent mortgage, as long as you have not extended yourself. You know, there's things that I think work in your favor, and then there's things that just don't, you know. I mean, like I said, I've shared before, back in 2008, when the market, you know, the housing market and everything crashed, I had some other things happen in my life, but I went bankrupt. I went 100% bankrupt. I lost a house. I lost everything. I saw that I was overextended in my life, and I swore I would never do that again. And I haven't. I have I've lived what most people would consider a meager life for like the amount of money I've made. Um, you know, but I'm comfortable with that. I'll get you shop fees. I'll get you a wrench. I'm down 4-5. Okay, Assy McGee. Yeah. Ooh, Adam's in the DIY. Somebody's in the house. What's going on, man? We're just getting unloaded here. Um, I keep saying I'm getting offline, and I never do. But I think now I will. It's been an hour and a half. I want to relax. So take care, everybody. Assy McGee. Hey, DIY, you're in here, right? You're still in here. We all decided we're gonna super chat Cash at his next live show, and we're gonna get him to take his shirt off. You think he'll do it? Comment real quick if you're still in here, because I think I'm about to get my paperwork. No, I'm not. Guy's walking by me. You think he'll do it? How much money do we need? Why are you leaving? Because I keep saying I'm leaving. Um, and I never do. Maybe. Yeah, I think he would. Cash likes money. You know, if we donate enough, he might do it. I think he would do it real quick and then end it. Like I could see him doing that. 500. You think that's all it would take him? $500? I just got here. Yeah, I know you just got here. Um, I think we all should donate $5 and get it up, and yeah, Maybe he can take his shirt off. I mean, you did a live show in your boxers, for crying out loud. You know, nobody paid you to do that. Why don't I get invited in to the live? Hold on. I guess we're going to keep this going. Okay, hold on, people. Sorry about this. All right, did that work? I sent you a link, DIY. Here we go. Why don't I get invited in? You're invited. How much to take DIY's wrench in this channel? Man, I can't take his wrench. You could always, I don't have a way for you to send me money except Cash App. Jesus, JC, for $500, I'll strip naked and dance on the hood of my truck. Oh, that's great. And just like that, another 30 minutes. Yeah, 7Cs. See how we're see what we do here? DIY, you should have got that link, man. I got a green light, so we might have to end it sooner than later. Which is odd because I haven't gotten my lumper fee yet. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Well, I was just sitting here thinking, you know, I have you on my show all the time, but I never really get invited into yours.
You're welcome to join anytime. I didn't think you would.
I can't really just like join without a link.
Yeah. I didn't drop the link this time. I learned my lesson.
I was just wondering. I was going back to the earlier comments. Obviously, I can't see them all, but did somebody hurt your feelings? What happened? What did I miss? Did I hurt your feelings?
Nobody hurt my feelings.
Oh, sound like you were mad for somebody for picking on you or something.
Oh, Sterling made a comment. I wasn't mad at him. I just
today.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta defend yourself, man. And maybe I come across like a pompous prick. You know what I mean? That could be possible, like a know-it-all. I don't think I do. What's your opinion? Do I come across like a know-it-all?
Yeah.
Do I really?
No. I think what it is like Cash and I have like we joke around. It's fun. It's a joke that we pick on you, right? But
yeah,
sometimes other people think they can join in, which is okay as long as it's some good fun. But it's like it's one of those things where it's like if you have a little brother, you can pick on him and give him hell, but nobody else can, right?
Well, the truth of the matter is my little brother can whoop my butt. So
no, I mean like Cash and I, you know, giving you a bunch of crap, you know.
Yeah.
It's all good as long as it stays in good fun. It's not nobody ever does anything cruel or mean.
I should rephrase this in case he watches. Like he didn't say anything mean or anything like that. I just felt like I needed to defend myself.
Are we talking about a YouTube boxing match? Is that what's going to happen here?
No. Sterling would crush me, dude. I'm not a big guy. You see me.
Yeah, but the boxing ain't about size. Boxing is about technique and speed and being agile.
Bob and weave.
Bob and weave.
Bob and weave.
You might slip his guard and get him an uppercut in there. You never know.
It's tough to see. I have broken knuckles from fighting. That was from hockey, though.
Hockey.
What's back that? On it.
What's that?
Something you should watch. So, you want to hear something?
No, not really.
My inverter won't work now.
Oh.
I think they hooked it up wrong.
Well, to the batteries?
Yep. So let me ask you this. This is a very stupid question. Nobody really answered it in the chat. The positive needs to go to the positive terminal of the battery. Negative to negative terminal of the battery, correct?
Right, or you could ground the negative, but the way they had it hooked up, they had it hooked to a negative terminal.
Right. And then the only fuse would be inside the, oh, I'm getting my paperwork.
Short 10 cases.
Short 10 cases?
That's right
Hey, sir.
Make sure you got the product
somebody
number.
sign it? Oh, is that you?
there. That's not receiver.
Okay. Thank you. I gotta call the broker.
Short 10 cases, I imagine.
Yep.
Did you eat them?
You know what?
What?
You know where I am.
Yeah.
No lumper fee. Weird, right?
That's a new one.
Yeah.
Must have been prepaid or something.
Yeah. Strange. Well, yeah.
To
I
answer
should
your
call-
question, there should be some fuses on the inverter. Have you checked them?
So the
And there
fuse.
should be an inline fuse somewhere between obviously your batteries and the inverter. It won't look like an
Right.
ATM fuse. It'll look like a little
Little
long
box
stick
thing,
like
right?
that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I gotta look. I gotta figure it out because yeah, I didn't stay at home last night,
Uh-oh.
and well, I didn't get into town till like almost 9 o'clock at night, and I had to be up early. So, so you know who came to visit me? My better half, and she brought a TV with. I was like,
Oh.
oh sweet, we'll watch a movie while I plug it in, and the inverter won't turn on. So it's got no power. So, well,
Sorry.
I should call this broker.
Yeah. Handle your business. Get that detention from them too.
I will.
Later.
Later. See you guys later.